Blarla. Hello peeps and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital. Welcome back to Mitton University, where it seems we're going to be getting a visit from the CEO of Holistics, Augustus Lavender again. Oh no, not this guy. You may seem... let me start that again. You may see him drawing... I can't say it. You may see him drawing rough sketches of our equipment to burn later in bad luck rituals. He's pretty harmless, but we should keep an eye on him in case he becomes a nuisance. Do you know, I think we will keep an eye on him. Last time he was killing our plants and being sick everywhere. It was disgusting. So here we are. Now, I think one thing that I'm quite interested in doing is starting to sort out this building here. This is going to be our further diagnostics building. And at the moment, we've got a lot of training in here. We also have psychiatry here, which I'm inclined to move out as well, because they both treat and diagnose. So I tend to like to pull them further out for patient flow. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, no. I mean, I still like his beard, his walk and his trousers. But, I think is he... Okay, he's not going to tell us about his hygiene. I feel like he's fairly unhygienic. I feel that's the thing. I've still got my cold as well, by the way, everybody. I'm sorry about that. I do apologise. It's getting better. It is getting better. Right, what are you doing?
My latest attempt at finding
he's actually leaving this building now.
Man, those things are fast.
He's going outside.
People get nervous when
get to a different building. Yeah, so it's possible that we'll have quite a lot of... I think this is going to be mainly GP, isn't it? This area here. This will be mostly ward. This will be further diagnosis. This will be psychiatry. This will be treatment. And I think we're going to move a lot of staff stuff like training and research and that over to this side of the building. I think that's what we're probably going to do. And we're going to slowly work that out in layout. Flow is important. Biffa Plays actually also recently released an episode where he covered online challenges. Looks disgusting. He covered online challenges where I challenged him on the level Smogly to a Cures challenge. I recommend checking that out. I'll put the link in the description below so you can... Oh, look at this guy. Check out his series and how the challenge went, because I do play this game on stream and my Smogly hospital is pretty good. Pretty good. And the thing is that Biffa challenged me to that Cures challenge while he still had quite a young developing hospital. I'm not sure that was the best move. But still, his Smogly hospital seems to be coming on quite well. It's doing okay. He does need to up the hygiene though. Hygiene problems. Hygiene. I mean, this guy's not helping my hygiene. Look at him. Look at him. He's so grim. He is so grim. He doesn't seem to be causing any other trouble though. And my janitors... Oh, I thought they were going to slip up in it then. Oh, no, they're all right as well. Is that a janitor there, perhaps on their way to go and clean it up? Hopefully. We can talk about hygiene a little bit, actually. My hospitals don't really have hygiene problems, so I don't really talk about it very often, but I am getting asked about it a lot in the comments. He doesn't even use bins. I mean, he did it right next to the bin. He doesn't care at all, does he? And I see a lot of people placing bins to deal with vomit waves and stuff like this, rather than actually attending to what's causing the problem in the first place, which is hygiene. And I'm also seeing sort of increasing comments about how sinks aren't very effective in hygiene. I don't know where this is coming from. Sinks are highly effective in combating hygiene. Is he done yet? When is he going? God, he's going to be here ages. So, sinks in increasing hygiene levels are exactly the same effectiveness as a hand sanitizer. It's about 75% increase, something like that. So they're just as effective as each other. Washing their hands or using a hand sanitizer have exactly the same increase on their hygiene levels, which is fantastic. Most people will use the sink, staff and patients, when they go to the toilet, providing you have enough sinks. Most of them will use the sinks before leaving because, of course, going to the toilet does reduce their hygiene levels, right? Staff will regularly use hand sanitizers that you put inside the rooms where they're working. So that's why I put hand sanitizers in the wards and the GP offices. All the rooms where they idle have hand sanitizers so that staff can keep their hygiene up nice and high all the time. Now, it's also a good idea to have hand sanitizers in the corridors. This is for patients that may not necessarily need the toilet, but their hygiene is below 50%. If their hygiene is below 50% and they're wandering around the corridors, they will look for a hand sanitizer, which will boost their hygiene back up to 100. I don't think staff use ones in corridors as much though. God, he's getting really frequent with this, isn't he? Really frequent. When is he gonna go? I don't think we need to watch him anymore. He's just being sick everywhere, and they are cleaning up after him. So let's promote these guys. Now, I need to sort out diagnosis because at the moment, we have the ward and these guys and this, and that's it. You know, I don't really have a lot of diagnosis, and I think it is time to sort that out. I think we'll accept that. Reject that. Right. So I'd like to move these training rooms out, and I'm starting to think about research to get this first star sorted. I think that'd be good. And I think I'd also like to move out these as well, because I think cures will end up being here. How much is this? Do you know, we might just buy this now as well. I think we will. Now, can we... Oh dear. They're alright. What we might... We'll wait for this emergency to go by, I think. And then we will move them out, because I want this whole wing to be dedicated to diagnosis. It's one of our weakest areas at the moment in this hospital, and we need to sort it out. Let's get all the VIPs to the top of the queue.
Annual 2-point charity walkathon is this weekend.
That's good.
Don't forget to wear your ribbon if you want.
How are you feeling? You're pretty good. How are you feeling? Not so good. We do have another psychiatrist, don't we?
Nurse required in general diagnosis.
This person. So what we might do is pick him up. And when this one is done, we'll replace Ted Tension. There we go. So Ted can go on a break. There you go. That might be better. That might be better. Excellent. So let's move these. And eventually, as I say, we'll... Actually, do you know... No, this will be fine. This will be fine. I was thinking I'll put them up in that small corner, but I don't think I will. I like the idea of this building covering all this sort of stuff, bits and bobs. It worked well for me in the demo, and it'll probably work well for me again. So that's enough room for us to get another one in there. which would be lovely. Let's just pop some heaters down, make it nice and toasty warm. There we go. So yeah, this hygiene thing, almost got through it all. So yes, if a patient is around 50% low on hygiene, they will look for one of these in the corridor. Not all patients do that though. I think if they've got something like mucky feet, they probably won't. And as you can see, that holistics guy wasn't having any of it either. And in a way, I suppose sinks could be argued as being slightly more effective, because when they use a sink, they tend to use the hand dryer as well. And the hand dryer does add a little bit to hygiene. Nowhere near as much as sinks or hand sanitizers, only sort of like a quarter, something like that. But it means that, say if somebody had zero hygiene and they came to the toilet, they'd wash their hands to get it to sort of 75, then dry their hands to get it to 100. Whereas if they just use their hand sanitizer, they just get it to 75. Does that make sense? So in a way, in a sort of strange way, the sinks to the toilet, if you set it up correctly, are actually more effective on getting a bigger hygiene boost. So, you know, yeah, no, sinks are good. Sinks are just as good as hand sanitizers. They really are. I'm going to send you home. Right, how are we doing with these, with this emergency? So it seems that he's through the emergency. Let's see if we can just help a little bit more. Not much. Are you through them? You're through them as well. Let's get rid of that. And how are you doing for... Right, okay, so what we might do now is find... Is it you? No, you're a GP. Where is our... There he is. So what we now might do is get you to replace him. I will put you on break. Just once we've dealt with this patient here. Just help them get through this backlog. Here we go. Excellent. Angus Lavender from Holistics reportedly scattered some of his special homemade compost in the hospital grounds as he left. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds a bit weird. Typically, we didn't watch him until he left. We did 6 out of 7. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, I mean, he probably killed a plant somewhere is what he did, I would imagine. We've definitely got something going on here, haven't we? This queue. Right. No unauthorised digging. Let's view these now. Might as well. That's fine. That's good. That's good. Right. Let's get some more diagnosis going. You're right. You're right. I think that she might be. Is she our only diagnostic nurse? Yeah, she is. So what we're going to do is we're going to need another nurse. But first of all, let's build the room. We're going to go up to level 12 doing all this, but I think our GPs can totally take it. So cardiology then. We don't have a cardiology, so let's have one. Shall we have one, everybody? Shall we have one? Let's put that there. This has got a bit... Right. It's got a little bit weird, isn't it? Let's put those there. For now. Right. Let's get the door on. And there's no window in this room. I think having no window at all is not a great idea. Window does help increase happiness. Oh look, they're going to be sharing a window between the rooms. It's a little bit weird, isn't it? Oh well. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll let them share that window. There's a plant there. There is a plant there. Right, let's build this. Let's see. A nurse then. Oh, there's lots of nurses. Green fingers, high energy. Oh, we like Forbes. No. Not too bad. But I think we will go with Forbes here. And what we'll do is put him, I think, maybe into training right now. So we can just start that process. And we've made him so he'll only work in these 2 rooms. Hopefully she's set to the same. Yes. Oh, that's a point. I noticed, excuse me, in editing, that we left this Pounds lab on that doctor. There we go. Right. So let's make this room nicer, shall we? Let's see here. So for a start, it's pretty cold in here. Should we pop that there? It's not so bad. Good. Let's get some medicine cabinets in just to help with the boosts. There we go. Will the filing cabinet go there? Oh, it will. Let's do it. We need a nice area for the doctor to sit. So let's put them next to the radiator. There we go. They can spy on what's happening next door, look. Give them their certificate to say that they've watched ER. There we go. Right.
Nurse to cardiology.
Let's put their hand sanitizer in there so they can address their hygiene needs, along with the water fountain, which can lower hygiene. It's worth noting. I still use it, but it can lower hygiene when used. Now, this is quite a nice little extra item. Can we... That might be nice. There we go. We can filter here, look for recommended. What else is recommended for this room? Oh, look, we haven't opened these. Shall we open these now? Let's open them. I don't know if they'll fit in this room that I've made. I'm going to make like a little gym area. Look it, peeps. Look it. Will it fit there? No, it won't. I really like that. Shall we see if this will fit? Oh, it will. I think it looks a bit better there, maybe. What do you think? I think it probably looks a little bit better there. Oh, yeah. Now we do need a fire extinguisher for this room. Will it fit there? Probably not. What if we move this up just a smidge? That's not going to move up anymore. Can you all move up? Move up. Just so that we can squeeze that in there. There it is. Excellent. Oh, we could even get the wall monitor in here. I don't think I've got anywhere to fit that. I should probably redesign my room so it's bigger. You know? Or not worry about the boost, maybe. Should we get rid of the filing cabinet? Shall we get rid of the filing cabinet? Don't know, maybe. Or do I change the design of this room? If we edited this room... It's a little bit weird, isn't it? I'm not used to having them this large. But then again, I'm not used to having this much stuff to put in them. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. And you know what, actually? With this much space, we could put in a little window. Although, it's quite nice being able to put these here, isn't it? That's good advice. That is good advice. Recommended. Although I suppose I quite like the idea of having the wall monitor next to where they'll be getting their heart rate up and all that, which is going to be here, isn't it? I mean, that seems fairly good. Something like that, maybe. Maybe. Oh yeah. And then we could sort of scatter it a little bit like that. What do you think, peeps? What do you think? It's a bit better with the extra space, I think, isn't it? So we could put a couple of filing cabinets in there. Maybe move the... Oh dear, look, we're neglecting the hospital. Neglecting the hospital.
On 2-point radio.
2-point radio.
Hello, my dear confidants. Sir Nigel Bickleworth,
Shall we have a look here?
hero of the cultural elites, has arrived to
We can
grace
give
your
it a go,
radio
but
with
I
his
wouldn't hold your
infinite
hopes.
insight and good
Wouldn't hold your
taste.
hopes up. Sorry. Sorry. We're getting some more diagnosis. Shall we put a Benny down here? With the notice board. Now, we know that the heating is... Oh, hang on. The heating might not be quite as good now that we've got such a large room. So, it is getting a bit chilly in places. It'll be nice when I have the small radiator, because now it's a bit warm. Do you see what I mean? It's a little bit warm now. But there we are. But what we could definitely do is add more attractiveness, right? We could add more attractiveness. But I like to put things that are sensible for the room in here. You know, I don't want to spam gold walls everywhere or anything. So that's quite a nice picture, I think, for in here. Look, maybe kids' drawings and things. Not that they've been drawn by kids. Let's pop those there. Let's see. A nice... We enjoyed the dog painting. Let's pop that there. I feel like another poster here might be nice. Maybe we'll go with the eye test. Poster. Something like this. Do you know, that's not so bad. That's not too bad, actually. It's not so bad. I like it. There we go. So I've got a bit of extra diagnosis now. Brilliant. Well, we could do... What other diagnosis rooms do we have? We don't. That's it. Right, okay. So we've got all of our diagnosis rooms for the moment, which is fantastic. I'm really pleased with that. That's great. That should help. And I can arrange to get them trained in here. Let's just help with this queue a little bit. Although sending them through to the pharmacy is not helpful for the pharmacist right now. It's not helpful at all. Not helpful at all. But they should be getting those patients, reducing these to... should be new patients, but it wasn't. That's interesting. It doesn't always work. I think it may calculate across, not just down. So it might be worth moving this into here at some point, just to help with that. Let's check the order, so that we can get the low health to the top.
Have a snack. We'll be right back.
Now, how many illnesses do we have that's being dealt with? 3. Why is it always so high? For 3 illnesses, it seems like it's unnecessarily high. Oh, I know. Nurse? I know, we do have to. Maybe too far from staff room? No? I just know that if I build a second one, each one will always have sort of 1 patient each. That's what will happen. I know it. I just know it. Right, as we're in level 12 now, I am interested in sorting this out now. Things are calming down. We've got things under control. It's all rather nice. I'm happy with it. So what we might do is get a round of training going first, actually. Yes, let's accept that. Get a round of training going. Let's see. I say get a round of training going. Shall we build another training room? That might be nice. Let's get the 4th one in, because we've got the whole of level 12 here. Let's enjoy it. So before we do research, let's do... why can't I see it? What's wrong with me? Sorry. Right. Let's put that there. And now we can just get on with exactly the sort of training I want to do, which is I always like to do training from each group, you know, so it'll be really nice to finally, I think, get into that. Let's get a radiator there. That's nice. Let's create that. What's it? Yeah. When do we get small radiator? I'm sure it's written on my wiki. Lots of people have been adding to that wiki. It's so wonderful. So wonderful. Loving it. It's coming along nicely, everybody. It's coming along nicely. The link for the wiki is down in the description below. I do recommend you go check it out. Blood, sweat and tears have been poured into it. But now we're sort of in an information dumping phase for the wiki. So all contributions will be much appreciated. Let's see here. It is just... does increase room prestige. Yeah. Do you know, we might put that there. Actually, what we'll do is we'll put that... actually, I don't think it has attractiveness, though. It's just prestige for a room. Yeah. Okay. Right. That's fine. So, let's... go back to this. Excellent. I don't want to use my kudos to open these ones just yet. These have training boosts as well. Let's invest in those. Now that we've got all this kudos. So, yeah, let's have fun with this. Let's deck out these training rooms just a little bit more. We'll come back and put the whiteboard in. Put that in there.
Doctor required in GP's office.
Put that in there. Excellent. Do the same over here. Right, let's get those whiteboards in. Just for prestige. Do you know what? We might put your whiteboard there. Yeah, you can have it there.
A new antique shop has opened in Brighton, so naturally
nice.
I visited it for today's Sir Nigel review.
Right.
I must say that Barlow and Strinker Antiques is a terrible disappointment.
Good. Now let's do some staff training. So who's low on doctors? Here we go. Benny is in most need of some training. There we go. Let's do a nurse. So lowest is going to be you with an available slot. Excellent. An assistant. Brilliant. Eugene here is actually on break, so let's use that. Excellent. And janitors then. Now, I need to talk about janitors and janitor training. I've been asked about that. About a lot of training questions, actually. Maybe we should talk about that in the next episode. For now, I think we might train them in maintenance too. I think we might leave it here for this episode, and then in the next episode we will build research and get chromotherapy going, get that star, maybe talk about training in a bit more detail, see if I can start addressing some of the questions that I've been getting about it. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. As long as you are here, why not check out one of my delectable videos available? Feel free to come stalk me on social media and be sure to share this video with friends so even more may watch my SHIZWAH. See you next time, peeps.